Welcome to the wonderful world of Waikato Sheds, my friends. We are in the beating heart, Eureka, here with Roy.
Jace.
Oh, I've got to do that again. You caught me early. There we go, that's better. Welcome, and what we're talking about today is we are building our own demonstration consent-free pole shed on site in the wonderful world of Waikato Sheds. So we're building the biggest one we possibly can here to show you what we can do. So that means we're going to have it's going to be 8 meters deep, 14.4 meters long, and then it's going to be 4 meters high, nice mono pitch. We'll be able to show you the designs that we've already got done up. So it's all been engineered and ready to go. So it's going to be looking really sharp. You actually see it's slightly larger than 110 square meters because it's inside those internal poles for it as well. One of those little tricks to maximize space. But we've had you here for a few days, Roy, prepping up the site, getting everything ready. What have you been doing to make this work?
Okay, Jace, well, sort of start off with, we measure our distances that is specified. So you've asked for 4 meters off the existing shed that we've got there, and run it parallel to the front of the shed. So we set up a nice string line 4 meters off. Yeah. That gives us our parallel.
The reason for the 4 meters is one of the consent-free rules is it's meant to be the same height of the total height of the shed away from any other building. So we've got that. We're outside the setbacks as well, so that's fine in terms of it. But that's it. We've got a nice 4 meter space between us and the other shed.
And that gives it a nice sort of space to store things down in between, and stuff like that. So then we set up our two starting points. So I put a pin in each corner. Then I square up our far corners that are behind us with a diagonal tape, and then the long edge tape. Then that gives me my two corners there. Then I mark out slightly bigger than what the actual shed's going to be. So then that gives us a little bit of leeway when it comes to marking out for the poles and concrete. So then none of the guys are digging into hard surface like this metal that we've got here, or dirt. There's always going to be nice sand that they're going to be working in.
And what sort of ground conditions did you find when you dug in here?
So majority of it was sort of topsoil through, sort of in through this corner here. We had existing metal from the car park area that we've sort of been working on over the years. So sort of lifted that up and put that into the new metal area that's out in front of the shed here. Yeah. And that's been put in for nice ease of use for getting trailers and stuff in and out of the shed. Yeah. So that's another thing to think about when you're sort of putting a shed in, is ease of use.
Absolutely. One of the things I'll have noticed, well, we do a lot of sheds, as you'd imagine, is thinking, okay, how am I going to get back in and out of the shed, and what am I going to be backing in and out on? Because in summer the grass can be fine, but when you're getting long, wet Waikato winters, it's much nicer to get the metal. So that's what we thought here. We know that Mark and Shane and the guys are going in and out. So we just metalled that area there, keep it nice and clean and tidy. Because this is going to be a nice 4-bay shed. One bay is going to be open. We're looking to show off how you can do a stable sort of setup in there. The other 3 bays are going to have some nice sectional doors in it actually. And so to be able to store it, workshops, that sort of thing.
So after we've done all the nice dig it all out, sort of get down to what they call removing the black soils or your topsoils and anything else. We backfill it with sand, come up in nice layers, compact it all. Then I've trimmed off the top with the sharp grade, so it's a nice level prep surface for the concrete guys to come in and prep on. So they've got minimal work to do when they box it up.
And one of the things as well, when you're dealing with it on site, is a lot of people want to get the spoil or the dirt, soil, whatever, taken away. What we've effectively done here is all of the soil we've got moved over there because we've got space on the property. And then shout out, Brian got the tractor and the levelling bar and levelled it, but Roy could have done it as well. But you know, Brian was keen to work the weekends, and it's done there. It may look like a lot, but it's actually pretty easy to lose all the soil. And then once it's all evened out, bit of grass seed on top, and it can save a fortune because that was probably what, 5-10 truckloads? How many?
There would have been about 10 in this pad, and then probably another 10 or so in the middle area over there. So there's 20 truckloads. That adds up pretty quick. Yeah. And with the cost of of fuel and everything these days, it does rack up. So if you got somewhere to lose it on site,
Yeah.
let us know, and then I can work my magic and make it look absolutely pristine for you.
That would be one of the things. So if you're looking to get the shed, you can get the site works, you can get you in touch with Roy, come out here, you can talk out some ideas of the most effective, just like we want to give you the best value shed for your money, you want to get the best value site works for it. So that's it, not necessarily getting it trucked away. There's a lot of ideas that we've seen that we can make buns to block off a roadside, or literally just lose it over, and it's not going to lose it over a paddock, lose it over the, yeah.
You got that low wet spot on your lawn
Yeah.
that sticks around all winter. I can put it in there and make it all look nice.
Yeah, button it up. So that's it. So just some of these ideas.
Awesome. Cheers, Jace.
Cheers, Roy.
Welcome to the wonderful world of Waikato Sheds. We're here at home base in Eureka, and today's a special day. We're getting the concrete poured for our consent-free pole shed. So it's exciting times. We've got Bauer Brothers out of Morrinsville, got the concrete on board, and we've got the awesome crew here laying the concrete. So Pete and Reese, who build our pole sheds, have suggested these guys, and they're doing a fantastic job, so we're excited to work with them in the future and get more done. But as you can see, they've had one concrete truck come through this morning, they've laid it out, they've levelled it, and then they've used the bull float and they've started to smooth that out, and it's looking really nice. So now with the second truck arriving, they're going to start working that in and getting it all flat. We've got something a bit different going on with this one from our usual pads. As you can see, there's no steel in it, so you might be thinking, what are you boys doing? What we've actually done is this concrete has like a sort of fiberglass mesh inside it that strengthens it, so we don't need to put steel in there, but we've still got our plastic down to stop the moisture raising up through the bottom. So looking really good. What I'm really liking about this concrete crew, insert name here, is they've been cleaning the poles as they've gone. They're just real good attention to detail and doing a fantastic job. So up the top here we've got Mark, another Mark, what a legend. He's adding a bit more water to the concrete mix just to get that consistency that they're after to work the concrete nicely. And on a nice, beautiful, warm day like this, you don't want it going off too quickly. You want to be able to have that time to really work it and get a nice finish on the concrete. So he's just adding a bit more water. Perfect. Here we've got their worker set up a dumpy level, and he's just been going around and shooting heights to make sure that they've got the concrete at the right height with the dumpy. And now they're going to be ready to back that truck up a little bit further and start pouring concrete. Beautiful.
Great, so we've seen the pole shed progression, and now we've got all of the framing done. Pete and Reese have done a fantastic job on it. So we'll just point out some of the things that we've been spoken about. We've used the machine round 150mm poles, so they're looking fantastic in there. But we've also used this 150mm kiln dried timber in there. Pete and Reese particularly enjoyed it. It's nice, light, dry and straight for working with. And so what we've got for this shed, we've framed up 3 large sectional doors. They're going to be nature steel doors as well, so you look forward to them. They're going to be in a chestnut colour. They're a new offering from B&D through Dominator, so they're going to look really cool. We've framed it up for a workshop down the end as well. So we're going to have 3 windows in here, our favourite size from City Glass, 900 by 1700, and a ranch slider leading into it as well. So that's going to be looking great. You can see the detail just in here that Pete and Reese have put into it, and that's what we want. It's all about great sheds done right. So with a jigsaw, they've notched all of this around. Still though, with the strength of all the brackets in here as well. So at the end here, when we can see this, is we've got the brackets in there, but they've also notched it in, so it's nice and clean. All of these are set to 2.7 meters, so we're going to line all of in here up to 2.7 meters with plywood, so it's fantastic. On the outside, you'll notice as well, we've got this framing timber, so we've lined the eaves in the past, and often we'll line the eaves with colour steel, corrugate, T-rib. This time around, we wanted to do something different. Because it's a timber pole shed, we're going to actually underline that with plywood as well, so look out for that. That's going to be real fantastic. So the next stages for this is we've got the cladding order underway. We're going to wrap the walls, we're going to clad it all, and then we're going to start fitting it out on the inside. So we're really looking forward to and just watching the progression of this. Got any questions, hit us up below. But as you know, this is consent free, 110 square meters internally in here. So if you want one of these, we can arrange one of these on your property just like that. Awesome. So as you know it, you have a good time, and great sheds done right.